Namaste. Welcome to our yoga for hiking workout. So today's class will be about 20 minutes. I'm filming in the beautiful hills of West Virginia in Lost City, getting ready to hike the new River Gorge. And I wanted to take about 20-25 minutes on my mat this morning to fire up my core muscles and get my hips and legs warmed up for this hike. So please join me. We're going to start today on our back. You release yourself down nice and easy. Take a long head to toe stretch. Reach your arms over your head and extend your legs forward, pointing your toes. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, draw your right knee in towards your body. And flex the toes on the left foot. Anchor the heel in the straight leg and just take a circle with your right foot, clockwise or counterclockwise. And then just switch directions. Reaching long through the left leg, deep breath here. Exhale. And then inhale and take another big head to toe stretch. Full body, point the toes, reach the arms up overhead. Big breath. And then as you exhale that breath, bring the left knee in towards your body, hold the front of the shin, flex the toes on your right foot. Keep breathing. Take your left foot around in circles, both directions. Inhale and exhale. And feel the earth beneath your body. Exhale that breath. And then inhale and stretch out head to toe one more time. Interlace your fingers and bring them behind the back of your head. Walk your feet in under your knees. And then lift your pelvis and ground your lower back. Try to keep that space connected to the earth. Draw your right knee into your body. Flex the toes, not the whole foot, just the toes and foot, and extend your left leg forward. Deep breath. As you exhale, lift your left arm, cross over, touch your right knee, and switch sides. We'll just do that a couple of times, right and left. Try to keep the breath slow and steady through the nose. Just one more time on each side. And then just come back onto your back, draw your knees into your body, and hug your shins. You might cross your ankles and rock a little bit side to side. Feel the earth. You might let your head roll with your spine side to side. Great work. Okay, staying tucked into a little ball. Take a deep breath in, bring your hands behind the back of your knees, rock up to a seat. See if you can balance here in boat pose. Lift out of the low back. Legs could be about parallel to the ground, arms reaching out. Deep breath. And then exhale, and we're going to shoot it out and come into low boat. Inhale, back to boat pose. Navasana. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, boat pose. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out. And then let's take a bound angle or butterfly stretch. Deep breath in here. Exhale, fold forward over your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Anchoring the big toes together will give you a different stretch in the outer hips than if you allow the soles of the feet to part. You might notice which variation gives your body more. What's more useful to you today? Okay, I'll come all the way back up, nice tall spine. And then bring the knees back into the center line. Great job. Okay, let's come into staff pose, legs forward. Inhale, reach both arms up into the sky. As you exhale with a flat back, let's just come in halfway to forward fold. Reach long through your heels. Good. Inhale, come back up, anchor down. Exhale, halfway, forward fold. Reach through the arms, reach through the heels. Inhale, press through the heels, come back up. One more time, exhale. halfway forward fold. Just keeping the back body very active. Reach through the heels, warming up the hamstrings. Take one more breath. Good, come back up. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take your right knee into your body. Cross your foot over your thigh. There's a little mosquito there. Get nice and tall through the spine. Let's take the right arm behind the back. Inhale, left arm reaching up. Twist to the right and bring your left elbow behind the right knee. Get nice and tall in your spine. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, release to the opposite side and take a counter twist. And come back to center. Extend your right leg forward to staff pose. Let's do the second side of forward position. Stretch left knee coming into the body. Cross your left foot over the right side. Take a deep breath. Left hand behind the back. Inhale, right arm reaching up. As you exhale, bring your elbow around the back of the knee, or you can hug the front of your shin if that feels better to your body. Keep that straight leg, the right leg firmly rooted to the earth. Just one more breath. And then release around to the other side and take a little counter twist in the opposite direction, honoring the length of the spine. Good job. Come back to center. Take your left leg forward. Awesome job. Okay, let's come into a squat. So you can bring your feet in and then roll into the soles of the feet. And just start by balancing in your toes, okay? And you can kind of drop one knee towards the earth and the opposite. Just kind of getting a little twist through the hips. Knowing I'm going to use my legs a lot in this hike. It's a pretty decent, moderate hike, about 2-3 hours long. I want to let my hips have a nice, decent stretch without overworking them. Okay. So now, if possible, I'm going to take my feet a little wider and try to keep my heels closer to the earth, and then sit my hips in. Okay, good. So if possible, try to keep your heels down. You might use a rolled up towel under your heels if you need space. Take your palms to center, thumbs at sternum, elbows inside the knees with the heart. Take a deep breath here. Great job. We're going to come into forward fold next. So keeping the fingertips to the earth, lift your heels, heel toe your feet in just a little bit closer. You could start in ragdoll with your knees bent a lot and your feet wide. Grab the elbows and hang a little bit, sway side to side. Getting a sense of the corners of your feet. We have little built-in footings in those corners of the feet. Good, so come back to center, bring the feet a little bit closer underneath you, about hip distance apart. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold forward over both legs. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Good. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the back of the knees. One more time, inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale and fold. Great job. Look forward on your mat, walk your hands forward and your feet back. We'll come into downward facing dog. Just a couple breaths here. Walk out your legs. Spread out your fingers wide. We're going to take an inhale and lift the right foot into the air. Toes pointing down towards the earth. Press through the fingertips. Try to stay anchored in your peace sign fingers. As you exhale that breath, draw your right knee towards your belly, rolling into plank pose. Nice and strong. Inhale again, right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee in. Inhale, kick the right foot high. This time we're going to bring that knee in and then move into pigeon pose, one-legged pigeon. Right foot to the left side of the mat. Come onto the shin of your right leg and then walk your left toes back until you feel yourself meeting the earth. Anchor into your foundation. Take a deep breath with your heart, shoulders back. There's a wonderful hip flexor opening stretch for the back leg. Maybe a breath here. If you feel stable enough, you could take the arms up, palms together. And when you are ready, exhaling, bring your hands to the earth and melt your heart forward. Continuing to stay grounded in your foundation. This outer right knee anchoring in. See if you can feel the right hip moving back a little bit, almost as if your femur bone on your right leg is getting longer. If you have a lot of tightness in your upper body, you might walk your elbows forward with the palms in prayer position, dropping your head down, and take the hands to the back of the heart. And open the areas under the arms. And take one more breath. And then your next inhalation, rising up, you might pause and lift your back foot, left foot in the air. Your hand can reach back for the outside of the leg. So as you draw your heel in towards your hip, you're going to get this really nice quad stretch. So be sensitive to what you need there. And of course, if mermaid or one-legged king pigeon is in your practice, you might move in a little deeper if that's available today. Come back to your breath. Great job. Let's switch sides. Take your left foot back to the earth with your toes curled under. Walk your left knee in until you can feel your weight supported. We're going to lift that right leg high. Inhale. Maybe take your heel towards your hip. And then if you would like, you can take your wild thing pose. So right foot drops behind the back. We're going to take a nice little heart opener stretch there. Beautiful work. Come back to downward facing dog. Left foot in the air. Inhale. Exhale, curling into plank. Heart forward. Inhale, kick your heel high. Exhale, curl it in. Take your time. One more time. Inhale, kick it up. And this time, exhaling, come all the way into pigeon pose. Left foot to the right side of the mat. And then walking your right leg back, you can ease into this left side of the hip. Before we fold forward, take a few breaths and opening this right side hip flexor, really nice and important. So we could lift one hand, maybe both if you feel stable. Actively anchoring into the earth. Take your hands down in front of you and then walk your heart forward. You could stay for 5 or 6 breaths, longer if you need to. Soften your belly and breathe. There's a stretch possible for the triceps and side body muscles involved in breathing. When you feel ready to come back up out of your pigeon pose, pause there. Take time to explore mermaid, maybe just a little quad stretch there. Or if your king pigeon is ready to fly, you can carefully come into this big, beautiful heart opener pose. You know, hiking for me is all about the heart chakra, absorbing all of this green energy. So when I go out into the woods, I really try to be intentional and clear in my heart, give myself the time and space to honor nature, honor my own nature. So we'll come back into downward dog one more time. Tuck under your back toes when you're ready. Lift your left leg high, deep breath. You might roll over and do a wild thing. I don't have space here. I might go into the mountains if I do. You could move into a beautiful wild thing there, or you could come back down and do a child's pose whenever you're ready. Big toes together, knees wide, sit your hips back, melt your heart to the earth. And on your next inhalation, come back onto your hands and your knees. Narrow the knees about hip width apart. Take your hands beneath your shoulders. Inhale and drop your belly forward and lift your heart. Exhale, round your back, navel to stomach, chin to chest. Inhale again, melt the belly forward. Exhale, round your back. Last cat-cow here. Inhale, broaden the sitting bones, melt your belly, lift up. And then exhale, rounding your spine. Keep your hips in the air right here over your knees and walk your heart forward, arms reaching out. We're going to come into puppy pose. You can rest with the forehead in between the arms on the earth or just hovering above the earth. Reach back through the sitting bones, forward through your fingertips. Deep breath. And lift your heart, bring your hands back underneath of your shoulders. Let's do a thread the needle here. Inhale with the right arm high, take a deep breath. Exhale and take the right arm underneath of the left. Thread it through and drop down to the side of the right shoulder. Reach the left arm forward. Quiet your mind, relax your forehead and deep breath. Bring your left hand back next to you. Inhale, you reach your right arm into the sky. Exhale, to the earth. Inhale, left arm reaching up and back. Exhale and thread your left arm through the right, bringing your left shoulder to the ground, ear to the floor. Right arm can slide forward, reach the fingertips forward, the hip bones back. Deep breath here. Keeping our heart open is one of the most important practices these days. We need more of that in the world. Keep your right hand down next to you. Inhale, reach your left arm up and back, and then exhale it to the earth. Okay, fold your feet, cross your ankles behind you, and then come into it with your legs forward. We're just going to do a couple more stretches, and then we're off on our hike. Okay, so we're going to take the right leg forward, left foot into the inside of your right inner thigh. Okay, you could also support the outer knee if you need to with a blanket. Flex your toes on your right foot, take a deep breath, reach up. As you exhale the breath, fold forward over your right leg and bow your head. Keep your right leg growing long through the heels and back through the outer hip bone. And take one more breath. Exhale. And on your inhale, come all the way back up to standing or seated. Excuse me. Your staff pose. Left foot forward, right foot back. Okay, great job. Take a deep breath in, arms reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. It's like the artist Bob Ross says, there are no accidents, only happy mistakes. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Perfectly timed. Drop into your forward fold, relax your face. You're going to see some happy little trees. And take one more breath here. And then rise all the way back up and extend your right leg out to staff pose, Dandasana. Okay, we're going to take one more forward fold. We're going to stay here for about 7 to 8 breaths. Okay, inhale, both legs forward, toes pointing the sky. Exhale and fold forward over both legs. If you can hold your toes, that's fine. If not, bring your hands down next to you, or you could use a strap. Ease into your hamstring stretch. Give yourself somewhere to go. Maybe take an inhale, lengthen. Exhaling, fold. Try to stay present with your breath. Last breath here. And next inhale, come all the way back up with your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your hips. Bring your toes down towards the earth. Lift your heart. Your hips could come up to the reverse plank. And drop your hips down and come all the way down to your back where we started today. All right, so we're gonna bring your knees into your body, rock a little bit side to side. You could also do a happy baby pose here if you'd like to. You could catch the toes or the heels. And just rock it out. Okay, good work, everybody. Bring your feet down to the ground. You could take a short little shavasana here, or you might wait until after your hike and do a little cool down practice. I'll see if I have the energy to do a little bit more after we finish our beautiful adventure. So you can take the knees towards each other, or you could rest in butterfly pose for just a few more breaths here. And maybe just clear your mind. Take a conscious breath in and exhale, letting your mind find stillness. Relax the muscles in your face. Notice your breath. And as you begin your hike, today you may take a little moment to set some intention. It could be something just really simple like clarity, peace, presence. Our energy goes where our intention is moving towards. So you can remember that little saying, energy flows where intention goes. Oops, I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes. It's definitely time to get moving, guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Send your energy out into the world towards your intention. And remember that you are constantly manifesting your life through every thought, through every story that you tell about yourself. And you always have the power to reframe. So thank you again for joining me. We'll be back for lots of more great little yoga videos for hiking and so much more. Have a beautiful day, guys. Namaste.